everyone, it's Liam Catterson here, and we're jumping into Lucifer as we react to Season 2, Episode 16. Yeah, we got this episode, and then 2 more episodes are left after this, and then that's it for this season, and then we, of course, are moving on to Season 3. And I'm excited to see how things go down, especially with Lucifer elucidating his plans on what he's going to be doing in the plan to return to heaven. He's going to, he's going to leave Goddess and God to duke it out, and he'll presumably return to return to Earth. If I can speak, that would be really, really helpful. He plans to let God and Goddess duke it out, and it's not looking good for her anyways, because it seems like her physical body, the Charlotte body, is starting to decay, as we saw in the ending of the last episode. So it's not really currently a good time to be Charlotte at the minute. I'm excited to check out what this episode has in store for us. So why don't we delve into episode 16 of season 2 of Lucifer? Let's go.
I'm not the devil, just a man who's delusional. Made it all up. Made it all up.
What?
I'm doing
6
great.
hours earlier. Wait, what?
Great. Great is good.
Disastrous, and I can't afford that. But the good news is she's busy focusing on her new bestie right now. The detective. They're practically inseparable.
And we love it. We love the, Oh, is she avoiding her? But we love Mate and Chloe.
Gil. I mean, who isn't amused by someone who thinks they're Elvis or Napoleon or Wesley Snipes?
Who's on the body?
God.
Ah, see?
God Johnson. He's a patient. He's right in there. Guy actually thinks he's God. He changed his name and everything.
Oh, you two should have a lot
He's
to talk
called.
about.
Yes. I would like to have a chat.
Wait, he's
with you
called
on my
God?
Weird jets, man. All right. There's a whole bunch of. It's a staring contest. You know I'm pretty good at those.
Oh, he's not, is he?
Oh.
He's not the real
you're on some
deal.
really amazing drugs, aren't you? If so, sharesies.
You're not
But
supposed to be in here.
Oh, never mind.
Would the
Done with this
drugs
fraud anyway.
make him immune to something as powerful like that?
What did you say? Funny, but I didn't even introduce myself as Lucifer. And something
He knew.
strange.
That's
I can't
it.
explain it.
Because it's just
But
crazy
then again, his
talk coming
face would
from
be
a
there,
mentally
wouldn't
ill
it?
human.
Well, there might be another reason.
Right. What's that?
Well, Earth is his favourite toy. Maybe he got fed up of looking at it from afar. I mean, it's not an entirely awful place. Even you
There's
have
some
to
kind of
admit that.
Now
emergency.
you're the one sounding crazy, Lucy, because
Dark Lord. Oh, for goodness sake. Beelzebub. Look, I really
He's
need
just
to
like-
be committed right away.
He's just
Yeah,
not
we're in
having
your
any of it.
capacity, pal. So unless you're a danger to yourself or others,
How's that?
Uh-oh.
Sweet. Lovely.
Who stole my pudding again? Huh?
Oh my god, Ross Geller is back, everyone!
Want a taste?
Hands off. I
Ooh.
sit at home alone and in the dark. And I hang out with you.
Stealing my Friday night, Daniel.
Okay.
How? Oh my god, he is! He's the real deal, isn't he?
It really is you.
Holy shit!
You son of a bitch. Latest blow, but that is only in response to the litany of offences that you, dear old Dad, have bestowed upon me.
So you believe me?
There's a lot of unresolved
Tell me just what is it you think I've
issues
done?
plaguing
Going there,
Lucy.
are we? Right, let's see. Casting me into hell for eternity because you haven't got the balls to get your own cowardly hands dirty. Manipulating me with the detective, giving me the illusion of...
Now, that's not the same Isle I remember.
No. No, Dad, this is who you made me when you cast me away. Now apologize!
Lucifer?
There's a lot going on. It's
Guy sounds like he wants to
really
bang.
interesting
He's
exploring
Lucifer's doctor, Maze. So what? Doctors don't want to get laid?
this
Everything always
situation.
have to be about...
Found it on the victim's clothes. Wasn't sure what it was, but yeah, totally screams Santa. I'll have it tested ASAP.
I can see if you're mentally
What happens
troubled,
if you don't
you
put
see
out the
someone
milk
with
and
long white
cookies?
hair commit a crime, you could call him Santa Claus, right? Kind of like this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To be soft on Mum, like he still has feelings for her. Which gives me another way to punish them, far more torturous than death.
And we're back to not good.
No, this is
No,
better.
but
And you, my dear doctor, are going to help me.
oh no. And if this backfires, Linda could say she was responsible in Earth's demise.
Okay.
Both swaying out the way in sync. It is a very interesting idea. Like, if you were to introduce God in this show, this was not the way I imagined it going, but oh man, I do love this. There we go, there's another in sync sway. I do love this.
Ah, right. Linda, Dad, Linda.
A handshake will do, my beautiful child.
Right, we're finished. Come on, let's get a wriggle on. Let's go.
Oh, Linda.
Is this really you?
In the flesh.
Mm. Oh, okay, so this didn't go that well.
You hell bastard.
Well.
I like the shape of your head.
What the hell are you doing? I'm not Lucifer. I don't need what he needs. What I need is a friend. You want your privacy. Gotcha, Decker.
This is insane.
I told you never to lie to me again, Amenadiel. Tell me what.
Exactly lie, more so restraint on
back to heaven.
information.
So tell me, how do you
You should
have your
have
job and
Chloe
stay
at
sane?
least.
Years of practice.
You sure it's revenge you're after?
Yeah,
What else would it be?
I'm just analyzing his face, and
What's the matter?
I don't think there's anything vengeful going on. Although I'm on the Dexter ship, so
Seriously?
uh-oh.
Okay, outside now.
Ah.
First you check yourself into a mental hospital.
You as well? Oh, I'm afraid I've been a naughty boy.
Ho ho no!
You may want to rethink this. You see, I am actually the devil.
No, you're not the devil. You're just a man who's delusional in a mental hospital.
Oh.
So, I'm not the devil. Hey, shouldn't be working on me either, but is the detective still here? That might explain.
Unless he's got a greater immunity
Okay.
because he is
Doesn't
the big
matter.
cheese.
Now you know it's me. I have to kill you both.
Well, good luck trying to kill God. And him, for that matter, but, you know.
Well, then I guess I can't say as I blame you. Fact of the matter is, I don't
Well,
even
pain
remember
he's
who
had
I
to
was ever
contend
swapping
with.
with you to begin with. For what it's worth, I am sorry. I truly am. And I am proud of you, Sammy.
Honestly, I've never felt better.
What's going on with the bell?
What just happened?
What are you talking about? We just beat Santa.
Who are you?
It's me, Dad. Lucifer.
Oh, no.
Get me out of these damn things.
Israel's blade inspired death. Maybe this piece activated the opposite. Life, healing.
Yeah.
Gave him the power and knowledge of the divine.
And when he found out that he could heal like that, he thought
Would
he
it be
was
like
God.
What's more
God's
important
consciousness
is that now the sword's complete.
is
we
kind
can
of
get
in
on
that,
with our
like,
plan.
not to say that God's speaking through him, but as if God was.
Or not.
Or that I wished it was.
Wow.
I just
That's
want
it.
to be alone. Could we just hold each other? Please?
Uh-oh. That's gonna lead to something, isn't it?
With your pants off, of course.
Here we go.
I'm bloody furious. So I realized that my father would never say those things to me. And for that, I hate him all the more.
It's false hope, isn't it? I mean, I can't blame him for being a bit peeved. If, like, I do want to, like, imagine that piece. Like I said, it's not something. I don't know, like a heavenly speaker that God is communing through a vessel. But if I still feel like if he were here, he'd be saying those things. To what Earl was his real name called? Yeah, I'd imagine he would be saying those things. If he were here, I'm not sure, but because Lucifer seems pretty determined on the idea that he would never say those complimentary things. And he had hope because he thought his dad had landed on Earth, which would have been cool to see because, like, I mean, it's possible that he could, like Charlotte or like Goddess, take someone's form and, yeah. And it would be a pretty fitting form because he does look pretty, I don't know, oddly majestic. Got that voice that I would probably imagine God to have. So it would be very, very appropriate, but yeah, it was wishful thinking. It was too good to be true. And that's it. It was for Lucifer, it was for Charlotte. But it would, like, this is what I was talking about. If the whole peace thing didn't exist and that was truly God, it would be a very, very interesting way on, okay, let's bring God here. Like, there's no descent from the sky saying, I am here, or whatnot. You know, in a hospital, questioning the validity of who he is. It's a very, very intriguing way. But it's also great to explore Lucifer and his feelings with his father and hoping to repair that bridge because there was that hope he had with his father. So, yeah, that was... I'm kind of sad it wasn't God, to be fair. But, you know, maybe we'll get the real... I'm sure we'll get the real deal one day. But then again, I'm wondering if we won't. Like, it keeps that mystique going, so yeah, maybe this is just this is as great as this is as close as you're gonna get. So an interesting series of events with that episode, which I thoroughly enjoyed so much. It was just really good to delve into the potential aspect of God, and yeah, like, I'm sure at this point, because, you know, he might show up at some point in future episodes, he might not, but I'm sure when we got to this point of Lucifer, I'm sure a lot of us would be curious to know, like, if God would make an appearance in the show, and if so, what would he be like? What would the interactions between him and Lucifer be like? And it was just very interesting to have, I guess, a proxy fill in that void and see the emotions pour out from Lucifer, both vengeful and hopeful for a reconnection, because there was moments like there were moments where before losing the belt and the watching Goddess and God recreate that first state, that you saw Lucifer, there wasn't really much anger going on. And if anything, he was hoping, it was like he was more leaning towards the possibility of starting afresh and seeing where things go if they can be on good terms again. Because, yeah, he did list out his anger and whatnot to God. But like I said, those moments you can't dismiss. I mean, even Linda said, "Are you sure what you're doing is based on revenge?" And you saw how visibly pulled, captivated he was on that. In that scene where Goddess and God were dancing, so it was just really good stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I am kind of low key sad because I think, even though that is not, I don't think that would be the true representation of God, the physical body of that Earl Johnson, I think he was called, his real name. Like, even though that wasn't what God looked like, because we know that, like, celestials can take the form of other humans. So, like Charlotte has, Goddess took Charlotte's body, should I say? There was that, and it's not like Lucifer recognized him as soon as he first saw him. It wasn't until he said Samuel. What is going on with with me today? But it wasn't until he said Samuel, was when Lucifer was like, "Oh wait, what if this is my dad?" So yeah, even though like that body is not like the true representation of God, I think it's very, very, like I said, he looks very majestic. He sounds kind of like how you would imagine God would, and yeah, I don't know. I really, really liked this kind of depiction from God, because even though it wasn't God, it was the piece from the blade allowed the mind to think, as well as be able to offer abilities to what God would do, because I'm assuming the piece of the blade allowed for Earl to undo the damage that was done to that nurse, or the nurse's mother, should I say. So yeah, it was just really good stuff, and yeah, I really, really, really liked exploring the personal, the personal aspect of Lucifer's relationship with his father, and how just how much of an eerie situation this would be for him, because it's not something it's not something he certainly expected. With the plan was to go to heaven, lock Charlotte, or lock Goddess, should I say, behind the gate, and then let God and Goddess duke it out. But like I said, with the piece of the belt, with the piece on the belt, should I say, of the blade, affecting the mind of the person who does, I guess, acquire that piece. I'm just leaning to think, because Lucifer's statements was more so about he would never say this thing. I'm wondering if his reaction was more based on the hurt of something that's too good to be true, or if he's being genuine. And I'm leading to think that, like I said, it's not like God is speaking through a person, but it kind of carries his. God would say this, God would say that, etc. So it's like a version of himself was speaking through Earl, should I say? And God would say these complimentary things to to Lucifer. He would all the things that were said from Earl were completely genuine. So I'm leading to think that Lucifer's statement about, oh, he would never say this, is more based on hurt. Which, it wouldn't be out of character for him to react like that. And if you've had a fractured relationship beforehand and things were looking good, only for that hope to be pulled away, to be revealed that it was a piece of the blade that was affecting his mind, making him think he was God, you'd have every reason to be pissed and hurt, so much so that you will think that, okay, inside God would say this, but I'm pissed, I'm hurt that it's a scenario of too good to be true. He would never say this, and you don't want to get your hopes up, do you? Like for the potential prospect of meeting your dad actually, to the point where you will deny the possibility of God making these compliments, God being this compassionate towards you. Because he had hope and it was taken away from him, so he would regress back to that state where he would be like, yeah, I'm furious with him because he would never say this. I had hope and it was taken away. So, oh, I do feel so bad for him. I gotta say, I loved Linda's reaction as well. Forgetting to bow, and yeah, like she had no strength whatsoever. She had to be wheeled out because it's like she's gone through a lot. She's found out that Lucifer is the devil. She's making all of these discoveries, and it's like she's been fed information on another level, if anything. Like, this is all these things coming out regarding Lucifer, Maze, Chloe, all these pieces of information. It's overwhelming her, and now she's meeting God in the flesh, so it's like, oh, I do feel so much for her. But yeah, I loved how she was there accompanying Lucifer when God and Goddess were, yeah. So yeah, it was really good. I also gotta say I like Maze so much. Like, I know I always say it, she's my favourite character, but I really loved how she was, just to see Chloe and Maze come a long way, and now she's being her best gal pal. Like, she's like, oh, how are you doing, Chloe? And she's helping her, setting up dates, etc. She's being there. It's adorable. Although my heart does break for her because, of course, Lucifer, it's difficult to break the subject on the potential prospect. Well, Lucifer doesn't plan to stick by heaven. Although Amenadale thinks otherwise, so yeah, Amenadale thinks that Lucifer and everyone, they're going to be returning home. Happy family reunion, but we know Lucifer's plan. It's to allow it's to allow the two gods to duke it out. But it's still got a sting for Maze, though, like the prospect that I would say she's alone. She's got Chloe, but Lucifer has played a very detrimental role in her life, so your heart does break for her when she's been broken the news about, oh yeah, we're returning to heaven, because she can't make it there. So yeah. I loved the slow-mo as well in the hospital. When chaos ensued, you saw Lucifer and God walk through, and in sync, swerving out of the way of flying pieces of whatnot. Like, it was just really good. It was just really, really amazing stuff to see. But yeah, it was a really good episode. I just love the prospect that whilst we were dealing with the prospect of God, is this legit God or is it not, and what the heck is going on, we had to include a Santa Claus as well. Of course, it was not as what's the word I'm looking for? It was not as on the same level as the whole God thing. It's not like there was an actual Santa Claus who was, you know, going down people's chimneys and killing people. A dark twist, why don't we? But we just had to throw that in there, didn't we? But yeah, I also really liked the parallels to the killer, the nurse, and how she was frustrated with her mother. And she had such venom against her. There's, of course, the parallels to Lucifer and God. So, yeah, I really liked how they intertwined that. And, yeah, it was just really good. But yeah, what great episode. Interested to see how things go now with these next couple of episodes. As we now have the piece, we now know, we now kind of have a pinpoint to why the blade wasn't, you know, performing as hoped in the last episode, and that was because there was a piece missing. So interesting times ahead of us with these next couple of episodes. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Beats and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!